Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking, and welcome to VWE Unleashed, where we'll be talking about some of the discussions that has happened in the past week here at Virtual Wrestling Entertainment. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of VWE Unleashed here on Res TV, as we'll be talking about all the events that has happened in the recent past week, as we just finished up our pay-per-view VWE OverDrive, as tensions are high, ladies and gentlemen, as it seems like Austin Knight and his crew seem to be taking over the VWE by storm. Tensions are high here in the VWE, as Austin Knight has taken out Stuart Wharf from the VWE entirely after sending Kurt Bombastic after him, essentially sending Stuart Wharf to the hospital. But however, he then escalated that tension at the past week at VWE OverDrive, where it seemed that he celebrated in this elaborate celebration on trying to take over the VWE by pretty much putting away the chairman of the VWE. However, ladies and gentlemen, from what we've seen in VWE OverDrive, there has been a lot of decisions that Austin Knight has made that I personally feel like that was just wrong, such as putting the title immediately, and I mean immediately, on Ravishing Rock Reynolds after Jeffrey Fireguard was not able to arrive to VWE OverDrive. Not only that, ladies and gentlemen, but we also have Benjamin Nirvana, as he is also discussing some recent events. But I do have Austin Knight backstage. Let's go right to him. Hello, Mr. Knight. How you doing?
Hello, Falcon. How are you?
I'm actually doing pretty good. However,
I don't really care. Just keep going.
Okay. I just have a couple of questions, sir. This is all regarding pretty much all of the controversy that's been going on within the VWE now since last week you took out, well, from what it seemed to me, you pretty much sicked Kurt Bombastic to take out Stuart Wharf.
That's a very, very suspicious claim there, my friend. I mean, I never laid a hand on Stuart Wharf. I only hired somebody who he aggravated in his little series of games before Wrestle Series. It is not my fault that karma came back on him that night.
Right. Now, I know earlier tonight you had this... It kind of seems weird because you had this big celebration on Stuart Wharf getting what you claim the best recovery. Any quotes on that?
Oh, he's getting the very best treatment money can offer. I mean, he's a little unstable in the mental department and memory and so forth, but that's nothing to worry about. Best doctors in the world. He will be fine. There ain't no worries on that part.
Now, I do have one more regarding the VW Grid title, and I know that Jeffrey Fireguard could make it tonight, but you pretty much just handed the belt to Triple R, Ravishing Rock Reynolds. Any words on that?
Of course I would. I mean, the Grid deserves a true defending champion. And where's Jeffrey Fireguard been since his match over on Fallout? Nowhere. He hasn't been defending that title at all. So instead of stripping it and just leaving it vacant, which, come on, as I said, this Grid needs a defending champion. So I gave it to the one person who deserves it, the number one contender. The one that actually showed up for OverDrive.
Now, as much as I do agree with that, I just think that it's just wrong to just give him the title.
Yes, in your infinite wisdom and knowledge of running a prestigious federation like this, which you don't have, you believe my call was wrong.
Actually, I do. However, I
I don't
don't.
really care what you think. Move on with your questions.
I understand. Actually, that was actually the last question which I had for you, Mr. Knight. Now, I know you are a very busy man, but what can we see in the next coming weeks? As I know that Benjamin Nirvana has said, even back at Overdrive, that he's not going to take it anymore.
I have no clue what you're talking about. If you've ever watched any of my interactions or his with me, he's always called me one of his friends. He's always wanted to get along. We're just buddy-buddy. There is no dissension in the ranks here, my friend. And as you'll see as the weeks coming, VWE will only grow stronger.
I see. All right then. So I guess this interview is over. Back to you guys. And thank you, Mr. Austin Knight, for those remarks. However, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go right into the results of VWE OverDrive. So let's go on right ahead as we start off with the first match, ladies and gentlemen, as we had Crystal take on Carmen, take on Ronnie Patel in a triple threat match in the open matchup of VWE OverDrive. Now, Carmen and Crystal put up one hell of a fight. However, Ronnie Patel managed to put away Carmen with her camel clutch, scoring the victory over both women in this triple threat matchup. In match 2, ladies and gentlemen, as the Women's International Championship was on the line, as Lee Valentine takes on Rhea Kurhara for her Women's International Championship. The fight was literally very close. Lee Valentine had her fingertips on the victory. However, ladies and gentlemen, Rhea Kurhara managed to snake away yet again with another victory, successfully defending her VWE Women's International title. In match 3, that was supposed to be Jeffrey Fireguard take on Ravishing Rock Reynolds. However, ladies and gentlemen, as the Grid Champion could not make it to VWE OverDrive, and therefore, because of the decision of Austin Knight, the title was vacated and literally handed to Ravishing Rock Reynolds. And personally, ladies and gentlemen, I do not like that decision one bit at all. And then we had the street fight, ladies and gentlemen, for the VWE Women's Championship as Maxine Darkwatch took on Isabel. As Maxine did everything in her power to have a full advantage against Isabel. However, the lunatic asylum juggernaut herself, Isabel, still is the victor and still is your VWE Women's Champion. And then we move on to the main event of the night, ladies and gentlemen, as we have the rematch between Derek Holt and Jackson Dune for the World Heavyweight Championship. And it was on the line. Jackson Dune put up one hell of a fight. Derek Holt took it to Jackson Dune. However, because of Jackson Dune's manager, Jessica Haikova, Derek Holt managed to lose his focus, and Jackson Dune was able to capitalize and is still your VWE World Heavyweight Champion. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as I do have word from Benjamin Nirvana, as we're going to go right to him right now. Hello, Mr. Benjamin Nirvana. How you doing?
Obviously, from what you saw at Overdrive, not too well.
I see, and I just have just a couple questions actually regarding the issues of what happened at Overdrive, such as pretty much just the start with Austin Knight's big celebration over pretty much what I firmly believe that he took out Stuart Wharf. that he sick Kurt Barbasic after him.
You want to know my feelings about this?
Yes.
Well, let me tell you a little something. At Edge, you're going to see my feelings about it.
Interesting. Now, how about Waz gone with Austin Knight pretty much just stripping Jeffrey Fireguard of his VWE Grid title and pretty much just, I believe he just handed it to Vanishing Rock Reynolds.
Obviously, with everything that needed to be done, it was in the contract. If Jeffrey didn't defend his title within 30 days, that he was going to be stripped of it. He knew the rules. He knew what was going to happen. Rules are rules, but I can guarantee you that Jeffrey Fireguard's going to get his rematch. I guarantee it. And I'll make it any rules that he wants.
Alright, and also just regarding just OverDrive overall with pretty much all these interferences, all these pretty much just it seemed like that every match looked pretty much unfair, just the types of matches for the people.
Gee, you think? Judging from what I just saw out there and everything, I mean, seriously, this has got to stop. And I'm going to put a stop to it. Come this Friday at Edge, this all stops. This stops now. And it seems like I'm going to have to do something and put a stop to it. So therefore, I got some thinking to do. And when I got some thinking to do, I usually make moves. And when I make moves, shit happens.
Alright then, sir. Well, thank you for your time.
Yeah, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to get in my chopper now. Stupid son of a bitch thinks he can pull one out on me. You got another thing coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching VWE Unleashed tonight in our premiere edition, as we'll be catch you next week. This has been your captain speaking, Rainbow Falcon here, saying sayonara and see you next week. Ah!
This is our war, bitch.